So this is how it can all go very wrong very quickly. Just over there, and you probably won't be able to see it, there is a pothole that's about a foot deep, and I didn't see it till I was too late, pulling onto a very busy roundabout. You see lots of people coming around and doing their shopping and passing their lives. Immediate puncture. I couldn't carry on, it was that bad. The metal of the wheel was rattling on the ground. So I pulled up, put my chair behind me with my coat on, and then a very kind gentleman stopped with an orange flashy light van and blocked me while I fixed the puncture. And when I was fixing the puncture, my back went. It went yesterday and this morning, and it just went. I can hardly move. Anyway, as I was saying thank you and putting it away, suddenly there was smoke belching out of the floor of the pod, and there she is. And it was the wire that was going to the electric pump that I used to pump up my tyres. So obviously where it sits hanging out of the I guess where it hangs out of the door of the pod when I'm using it, it had chafed enough to short out. A lot of heat, a lot of plastic burning, a lot of smoke. I pulled everything out of the pod. I'm not going to get up and wander around it because my back is too bad to walk at the minute. I've started putting stuff back in and had another sit down on a chair in the middle of a roundabout. I'm sure the police will come along soon. Anyway, all the plastic melted, and you can see perhaps some on the mattress there. I hoiked everything out, and there it is, all my belongings. So I could get under the floor and stop the wires. So effectively, then I thought, oh no, turn everything off. So which I turned everything off and the smoke stopped. I've now taken the offending wire out and turned the electric back on. Well, turned the solar back on, which is operating the hazard lights on the back. Anyway, Mags and Arthur are very close by, and they're coming by, and I might ask them to help me put stuff back in. But I've just taken some more painkillers, and hopefully they'll kick in and I'll carry on working as normal. But it's a shame because today's been a lovely ride. It's just, and I'm only about 1.5 miles, 2 miles from the pub that Max and Arthur are very kindly putting me up in, the Hope and Anchor in Barton under Humber or something. Anyway, I just thought I'd recount this little tale of woe, because everything can be going 1 minute very, very well, and then the next it's annoying because you got yet another puncture in a very dangerous place, and then the pod starts bursting into flames. So that's where we're at. There's Max and Arthur, they've just turned up. They'll give me a hand putting everything in. Funnily enough, with this bad back, and it is so bad, it's as bad as I ever remember it, I can barely walk, but I'm fine cycling. So once I've got onto the bike, which is a bit of a feat of God knows what, I'm fine. But anyway, what I need is actually 3 or 4 days rest, which I might grab this weekend. I might sort of delay things and have a few days because I'm shattered. End of report. Bye.
He's like a bullet. We'll ask inside, shall we? Hello, hello, how lovely to see you.
So here I am. I'm on a railway platform. There you go. Things don't always go to plan. So 2 days ago, after my massive blowout on a roundabout and being rescued by various people, a lovely man with an orange flashy van, and then Mags and Arthur turned up, my back went while I was sorting that out, and anyway, it's still quite bad, so I'm taking 4 days off. Sarah's on her way up, she's going to join me, and I'm now waiting for a train to Barrow on Humber, where I've booked into a little hotel there. So the adventures continue, but not quite as planned, using good old public transport. I'm just waiting for the train now. I think I've got quite a long wait, but there you go. I've booked into an osteopath tomorrow to be folded up and spat out, so hopefully that will help the back and sort it out. And I'm planning, today is Friday, I'm not planning on cycling again until Monday morning, and then I'm going to go up to Scarborough, and then from Scarborough to Hartlepool, and then on Wednesday morning up early and roll into Tynemouth, where a friend's father's garage is going to park the pod and the bike, and then I'm going to jump on a train down south. I've got a hospital appointment on the Thursday, then I'm coming back up north with some friends who are driving up anyway on Friday. So I'm not going to make a huge amount of progress over the next week with bad backs in hospitals. God, I'm falling to bits, but there you go. It's all good fun and I'm still enjoying it. And this morning I went on a bus twice. I really enjoyed the bus thing. I haven't been on a bus for years. And now I'm about to go on a train. This is my first train journey for 2 years as well, or 18 months or something, thanks to blasted COVID. Anyway, signing off.
So here we are at the Haven Inn Pub Hotel. It's Sunday morning, 13th of June, and it's supposedly D-Day for you to get back on your bike and off you go. So talk me through what happened Wednesday last week.
Well, Wednesday last week, in the evening, 2 miles from my objective, which was a pub called the Hope and Anchor, where I was meeting Mags and Arthur, blessed are the cheesemakers.
Of course.
I popped a tyre on the pod in the middle of a very busy roundabout, then fixed the puncture, and then smoke started belting out. A wire had shorted out, which was the wire going to the electric air pump. And so I pulled everything out with much vigour, so there wasn't a fire, and did my back in. It was already grumbling, but I really did it in, and it jolly hurt. So I rested up. You joined me on Friday, so that was Wednesday evening. Thursday, I spent Wednesday evening in a very, very lovely pub hotel with Mags and Arthur. So Wednesday night I stayed in the rooms there were fantastic, the Hope and Anchor. Paid for very generously by Mags and Arthur. You stealing my... Take the whole thing, because I've got 2.
Well, I'll take the smaller one.
Okay.
Stealing his breakfast.
Then Thursday it was quite obvious that my back wasn't going to allow me to get cycling again. So we're here in Barrow on Humber or something, and actually we booked a hotel in Hartlepool, which is at least 2 days ride north, but that is the reason I'm not there, is because of my back. I went to see, so it's Sunday now, had a few days off. I saw an osteopath yesterday who massaged and prodded and did whatever osteopaths do, and now she said you'd be a bit mad to go riding on it, leave it a few days. So I'm coming home with you to mow the lawn.
The plan has changed for today.
The plan's going to change all the time. That's the
I'm
thing.
going to
It's
take
not a
you
race.
home with me.
Yes.
Nurture you back to your vigorous health.
Exactly right. So it will rest the back. I've also got an inner ear infection, so I need to see the doctors about that and get some drugs on that. And anyway, back up here on Friday. So I've got 6 days to mow the lawn.
I was going to say, that's going to be your fitness test to come back. If you can mow the lawn, you're allowed to come back.
I'll barrel through it. So yeah, that's where we're at really. It's been but it's all part of the adventure.
So
I was bound to fall to bits at some stage.
On the whole experience so far. How do you say you've
it's
been
been
doing?
glorious. So I haven't actually done a mile count. I did one at the end of last week, and I was at 450 miles, and I've probably done 100 miles since then, so it must be about 550 miles covered along the coast and in and out the estuaries. And it is, I've been incredibly lucky with the weather. I've only had 1 day of rain, and it's been blissful. It really has. And the people have been amazing. People helping me out when I'm in trouble, donating a pound coin here. 2 kids in a campsite came across with their pocket money, which was, one lad had 50p and the younger lad had 20p. I didn't tell you about that.
Didn't tell me that.
It was really lovely.
Oh.
So that it's the kindness of people, and we always notice the horribleness of people, but in doing something like this, you really notice how lovely 90% of the people are.
Friendly.
Yeah.
And embracing.
There was one BMW driver who refused to reverse up a lane for me, but anyway,
Wow.
we'll leave him in the vast minority. Most people are lovely.
He'll pay for it in the long run.
Anyway, so yeah, that's where we're at really, and now it's 2 weeks on, 1 week off. Let's hope I can keep it up, otherwise I'll be pedalling till 2029 at this rate, as forecast by Mark Chichester on the WhatsApp group.
And bad luck for Tim Mitchell.
Yeah.
And we must mention the lovely elderly couple that are looking after your pod while you're
Yes, so there's Elizabeth and Alan
Mitchell.
Is their name Mitchell
Yes,
as well?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Elizabeth and Alan Mitchell of
No
they
relation
live
of Tim and
of
Tara.
South Ferriby, next door to the Hope and Anchor. And they have very kindly given over their garage for both my bicycle and the pod to live in for the week while we're away, which is extremely generous and kind of them. They're a really lovely couple, actually.
And interesting.
And we popped round, and interesting. They used to work in the Houses of Parliament for 20-something years, so they've got some stories to tell. She was showing us pictures yesterday.
Houses of Parliament.
Showing us pictures of yesterday of her with Ted Heath and her with Betty Boothroyd and so on and so forth. So everybody's got a story to tell. That's the wonderful thing about this, and you meet people, and that's what it's all good. Anyway, we popped round there yesterday to get some things out of the pub to take home and do laundry and all that boring nonsense. And I decided to get her a bunch of flowers and a box of tins of cider for Alan, because I know he drinks cider, and a bottle of wine. But she was mortified that I'd got her anything. She was quite cross.
Generally, yeah.
But no, it's lovely.
Good.
So back to stuffing my face and not burning any calories. Hurrah. It's a wrap.